Welcome to another presentation by My Weight World. The topic of this presentation is childhood obesity, causes and prevention. In this presentation, we will be exploring the causes and prevention of childhood obesity. Introduction. A previous presentation gave an overview of childhood obesity and weight-related issues. This presentation will get into some more detail on causes of childhood obesity, modifiable and non-modifiable, possible prevention of childhood weight-related issues, specifically looking at the family and school systems. Let's first look at modifiable causes of weight gain in children. One of these will be physical activity. Lack of regular exercise contributes to weight gain. It appears that there is a trend in schools for less mandatory intensive sports. Therefore, it appears that children are gaining weight possibly because they are doing less sports in school. Sedentary behavior. Increased sedentary behavior leads to decreased physical activity, and therefore increased weight in children. Computer usage is up. Therefore, physical activity is down. Television viewing is up, and in addition, television viewing while eating is up. One study showed that a significant amount of daily calories were ingested during TV watching, in fact, 18% per day during the weekdays and 26% per day during the weekends. Another somewhat modifiable cause is socioeconomic status of a child's family. Studies have shown that low family incomes and non-working parents tend to have children that have weight problems compared to higher income families and working parents. Another modifiable cause of weight gain in children is eating habits. Some eating patterns have been associated with overconsumption of high-calorie foods in children. Eating when not hungry, eating while watching TV, as previously noted, and eating while doing homework. Another final modifiable cause of overeating in children is through advertising. Overexposure to advertising of high-calorie foods that promote high-calorie food intake as well as lack of recreational facilities can lead to weight gain. This is all due to what we see on TV, in print ads, and here on the radio. Non-modifiable causes. Let's now look at categories of childhood obesity that cannot easily be modified. One of these is genetics. There appears to be a greater risk of obesity in children of obese and overweight parents. One study found a child to be 3 times more likely of developing obesity if his or her mother is obese. Is this due to genetic? Possibly. Is it due to a home environment where they were given more to eat, or is it a combination of both? Let's now look at some prevention issues of childhood obesity. Healthy behaviors at a young age are important as change becomes more difficult with age. Therefore, the earlier we make these changes and behavior modifications, the more likely we are to affect their weight for the better. The most important influencing factors on weight loss and control are families and schools. Let's first look at families as a tool to prevent weight gain in children and teens. Parents are the most important role models for children with respect to weight. In one study, 61% of parents said it would be either not very difficult or not at all difficult to change their eating and/or physical activity patterns if it would help their children lose weight. Think about it. If you can control your eating habits and your physical activity, then you may make an impact on your children. Families can definitely help with weight loss in children by developing physical activities to do. Create family time for your children's physical activities, such as biking, walking, or rollerblading. Go on family outings, such as hiking or ski trips. Interact with the neighborhood. Develop a touch football league for families. Assign physical chores to your children, like mowing the lawn with a push lawnmower, not a rider. Enroll your children in structured activities like tennis. And above all, limit TV viewing. Families can help control the weight of their children through nutrition modification. Some ideas are: implement healthy eating for the entire family, not just one member who is overweight. This will help the overweight child lose weight. Involve your child in preparing healthy foods so they can learn how to do this. Eat regular meals at the dinner table. Don't rush, and no TV during dinner. Avoid foods high in calories, fats, or sugars. Snack foods, which all children love, should be low-calorie and nutritious. Examples: fruits, yogurt, and vegetables. Avoid large portions. Don't force a child to eat if they are not hungry. Don't use food as a reward. Don't hold back food as a punishment. Minimize fast food eating. Another key location for weight prevention is the school. Next to home, children spend the majority of their time at school. In addition, role models exist in schools. School should be the framework for healthy habits through nutrition and activity. Nutrition. When it comes to healthy eating in schools, the USDA, in conjunction with 5 medical associations, came up with a number of topics to help promote healthy eating in schools. First, students, parents, food service staff, educators, and community leaders will be involved in assessing the school's eating environment, developing a shared vision and an action plan to achieve it. Next, adequate funds will be provided by local, state, and federal sources to ensure that the total school environment supports the development of healthy eating patterns. Also, behavior-focused nutrition education will be integrated into the curriculum from pre-K through grade 12. Staff who provide nutrition education will have appropriate training. Also, school meals will meet the USDA nutrition standards as well as provide sufficient choices, including new foods and foods prepared in new ways to meet the taste preferences of diverse student populations. All students will have designated lunch periods of sufficient length to enjoy eating healthy foods with friends. These lunch periods will be scheduled as near the middle of the school day as possible. Schools will provide enough serving areas to ensure student access to school meals with a minimum of wait time. Space that is adequate to accommodate all students and pleasant surroundings that reflect the value of the social aspects of eating will be provided. Students, teachers, and community volunteers who practice healthy eating will be encouraged to serve as role models in the school dining areas. If foods are sold in addition to National School Lunch Program meals, they will be from the 5 major food groups of the Food Guide Pyramid. This practice will foster healthy eating patterns. Decisions regarding the sale of foods, in addition to the National School Lunch Program meals, will be based on nutrition goals, not on profit-making. Proper physical activities at school can help prevent childhood weight gain. We are not doing great as a society, but we are doing okay. High school teens. Only 56% are enrolled in PE, and only 29% attended regularly. Only 55% participate in sports. If we can increase the attendance in sports as well as physical activity in PE, we may be able to reduce the obesity problem in the United States as well as other countries. The Center for Disease Control, in conjunction with other associations, has come up with guidelines for school and community programs to promote lifelong physical activity among young people. Schools should require daily physical education and comprehensive health education, including lessons on physical activity in grades K through 12. Schools and community organizations should provide adequate funding, equipment, and supervision for programs that meet the needs and interests of all students. Discourage the use or withholding of physical activity as punishment. Schools should emphasize enjoyable participation in lifetime physical activities such as walking and dancing, not just competitive sports. Schools should provide extracurricular physical activity programs that offer diverse, developmentally appropriate activities, both non-competitive and competitive, for all students. Schools should encourage parents and guardians to support their children's participation in physical activity, to be physically active role models and to include physical activity in family events, as previously noted. Summary. This presentation briefly looked at childhood obesity, causes, and prevention. There are two main causes of childhood obesity: modifiable and non-modifiable, the most obvious being genetics. We also discussed possible prevention of childhood weight issues through family and providing good nutrition and physical activity for the children, and school through providing nutrition and physical activity. Only by making an effort can we change our children's obesity patterns and hopefully minimize these so when they become adults, they can avoid obesity and possibly dying prematurely. This has been another presentation by My Weight World.